going on? My friend Nick Anderson here, and what I want to do in this video for you is show you how to create a full-time income through online sales pro. Okay, whether you're using the system for your primary business or you're using the system as your primary business or a combination of both, you know, you want to build your main network marketing company, your main business online, and you want to earn an additional stream of income. I'm going to walk you guys through something that's going to help you out and help you hit the goal that you're after. Okay, so every time that someone gets started with the system and you go through the fast start training, you know, you go through the back office, you familiarize yourself with everything. The big question that people ask is, what should I do next? How do I even use this system? Well, if you don't have something set out for yourself, first off, and I'm going to explain what this means, you guys, then you're just going to be aimlessly wandering around and you're going to eventually burn yourself out, okay? So if you're brand new with this system, you've just gotten started, the very first thing that you want to do for yourself is to set a goal, okay? And I have pretty crappy handwriting, but if you guys want to grab a piece of paper, grab a notebook and a pen and write this stuff down. It's extremely important, you guys. You know, a goal is basically a dream with a deadline, okay? So if you don't have a goal, then you're going to really have no motivation to put in the work. You're just going to be wandering around just like, well, maybe I talk to a couple people here and there, or if I put out one video, I'm going to strike it rich, right? You know, the audacity that some people have that think, you know, they post up for like, you know, a few pictures on social media and they're going to be making like 10 grand a month in their business is absolutely ridiculous, okay? So you want to set a goal for yourself. Now, a goal, set an income goal, okay? How much money do you want to be making, you know, with the system? So let's just say, for example, let me go ahead and switch markers here. Okay, so let's say, for example, your goal is you want to make an extra $3,000 per month, okay? So $3,000 per month, that's a nice sizable income. You know, most people, they can walk away from their job if they have that income coming in, okay? So I have this written down, you guys, so you can follow along with this here, okay? So the next thing that you want to do after you have an income goal set for yourself is you want to basically know your numbers. Okay, I'm just going to put a little number sign there. So if you don't know your numbers that you need in order to hit your goal, then you're going to have no idea how many people you need to bring into the system, how many free trials you need to get people on in order to convert them to a month-to-month member, to convert them to a VIP member, then eventually an MVP member, okay? So first things first, before we dive into anything else in this video, I want you to ask yourself, what is this income goal going to get you that you don't have now? What is it going to allow you to do, okay? When you tap into something deeper than the money, that's what's going to drive you, okay? So for some people, this is going to allow them to be able to pay off their student loans. You know, it's going to allow them to buy a new car. You know, it's going to allow them to be able to afford to put food on the table for their family. It's going to be able to allow them to pay for their family's next vacation, okay? So when you tap into something that's deeper than the money, that's going to drive you, that's going to motivate you to put in the work. And in order to put in the work, in order to hit this, you have to know your numbers. So you have to basically know, you know, how many people you need to bring in order to make that each month. So let me give you guys an example, okay? So from my personal experience through using Online Sales Pro for the past few months, the free trial converts very, very well. If you have a system out there that, you know, charges people like $50 up front without a trial of anything, it's going to be a little bit harder to convert people, get people started with the system. But if you have something that's free, anyone can test it out. It converts very, very well. So if you want to make, you know, $3,000 per month, you know, you want to give yourself a time frame that you want to hit that. So I would say give yourself about, you know, 6 months. 6 months is a good goal to hit that. Don't say I'm going to make $3 grand my first month, because if you don't make it your first month, you're going to get demotivated. You're going to kind of beat yourself up for it, and you're going to say, well, this system doesn't work. At least give this 6 months, okay? If your goal is anything over $2 grand per month in residual income, give yourself at least 6 months with it, okay? If you've ever, you know, worked out before, if you've ever followed a strict diet or, you know, workout routine, you know that it takes some time to get the physical transformation that you're after. If you go to the gym for a month, you're going to see some small results if you actually stay consistent with it. You're going to see some increase in strength. You know, you're going to be a little bit more firm, lose a little bit of weight, but true transformation takes place from 6 to 12 months, okay? And after 12 months, that's where like the majority of the transformation takes place. So let's just say, for example, you want to make $3,000 per month, okay? So from what I've found, you have a few different options on, you know, Online Sales Pro that people can do. So they can do, you know, the month to month. So the month to month is going to be, I believe it's $37 right now, depending on when you're watching this video, okay? So it's $37, 37 bucks per month, and that pays you, let me switch markers, kind of got A few different colors, yeah. Okay, so that pays you, you make $20 per month for every month-to-month member, okay? So let's just say, for example, someone comes into the system and they stay on month-to-month. So each person you bring in, you know, that is 20, so that's $20 per month, okay? So I've actually drawn this out for you guys because I'm not that quick at math. You know, I had to bust out the calculator for this. So let's say you want to make $3,000 per month. You need 150, so you need 150 month-to-month members, okay? Now that might seem like a lot, but let me break this down. I'm going to show you how this works with the VIP and how the system has leverage, so you don't need that many numbers to be able to hit this goal, you guys, okay? This is where it gets really powerful, all right? So check this out. Okay, so whenever someone upgrades to the VIP is $297, okay? So $297, and what that gets you is that gets you access to the entire system for an entire year. So if you haven't upgraded to VIP yet, then what are you doing? You know, if you're serious about your business, commit, man, go all in. Like right when I joined, I started on the free trial. I didn't even waste money on the month to month because you're actually paying more month to month over the year. You're saving like $140, $150 by doing this. Even though you're paying more up front, you get it for a whole year. You're locking down, you're making a commitment. You actually get more bonus training and more guides and tutorials on how to use the system and how to actually market and brand yourself. But here's what you get when someone buys the VIP. Okay, when they upgrade to VIP, you make $150 one time. Okay, so that's a one-time payment right there. Okay, so let's say you want to make $3,000 per month. When people upgrade to that, how many people do you need? Okay, so you need 20. So if you want to make $3,000, you need 20 people to upgrade to VIP. Okay, so now that's a lot less numbers. Now with the power of MVP, you guys, I'm not even gonna draw MVP up on here, but you know, MVP, when they adjust the pricing to it, you know, you're gonna be able to hit that with like 5 people or less. So when you start bringing people in on the free trial, then they're gonna be converting to this. But I wanna teach you exactly how many people you need to bring in per day, because a lot of people, they got this big scaled out plan. They're like, I wanna make 10 grand per month. And they're like, okay, they got this big vision, but how do you make 10 grand per month? You got to make your first $100, okay? You got to bring in your first person. So step by step by step. So you don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. Then the next step is going to light itself up. Just like I've given this example before. If you're driving in your car from New York to California, your headlights don't light up the whole way. You know that California exists, right? Because you've seen it before. So you know that, like, you know, $1 million business exists because other people have done it before. But how do you make $1 million? You got to make your first $1,000 first, okay? Just like your light lights up the first 200 feet in front of you, then you trust that the next 200 feet will unfold, okay? So in order to get to this $3,000 per month, you need to set out a day-to-day routine for yourself, okay? So number 3, and this is the most important step of all this right here, is you need to take action. All out massive action, okay? If you are not doing anything, if you are sitting on your ass and you're like, I talked to 5 people, I haven't signed up 1 person, then you're gonna drive yourself insane, man. You know, you really have to dedicate the next 6 to 12 months of your life to this business. I understand if you're working a full-time job right now, you might be saying, well, I don't have that much time to invest in my business. Here's the reality. Time is never an excuse, okay? We all have 24 hours in a day. You know, Oprah Winfrey has 24 hours a day. The President of the United States has 24 hours in a day. LeBron James has 24 hours in a day. You know, people that are working 9 to 5s have 24 hours in a day. The homeless guy in the street has 24 hours in a day. So what determines someone who is successful from someone who isn't is, number 1, the fact that they don't make excuses. People that are successful, they let their excuses drive them, and then they push them to the side, and they don't let their excuses stop them. And number 2 is they understand the process. They fall in love with process orientation, okay? So when you're taking action, here's what you want to do, okay? So if you haven't written this down yet, if you want to make $3,000 per month, you need 150 month, you need 20 VIP members, okay? So I'm going to erase this real quick. And now let me draw this out, you guys. So since OSP has the free trial, it's going to convert very well, especially if you're buying any traffic. If you have money to invest in traffic, it's going to convert super well. Or if you're doing free organic methods that I teach on my YouTube channel, you guys can do this, okay? So let's just say, for example, how many people are going to stick with the system and how many people are going to upgrade. So from what I've found, out of every 10 trials, for every 10 trials, you're gonna get 1 VIP, okay? So if it takes 20 VIP members in order to make $3,000, how many trials do you need? Well, you need 200, okay? 200 trials will equal 20 VIPs. And if you're better at closing, you know, you could probably get higher numbers, but this is just the average from what I've seen from people that are just going through the system, they're plugging in. If I don't hop on a call and I don't close them, these are about the numbers that I generally see, okay, for the people that I bring in. So yours might vary here and there, a little bit different, but what I found is 200 trials is 20 VIP. Okay, so let's say on a day-to-day routine, you need to figure out exactly the number that you want to shoot for and how many trials you want to get, okay? So I have this written down, okay? So you can dedicate, you know, let's say 5 trials a day. So 5 free trials a day per day. How many days will that take you? Okay, so well, 5 a day, that's going to take you 40 days. So if you're bringing in 5 people on the free trial a day, it's going to take you a little over a month, okay? A little over a month for that. Now, for some people that are brand new, like I'm bringing in anywhere from about 3 to 8 people per day. You know, it varies. Some days I'll bring in like, 10 people or something, but on average, it's like 3 to 8 for me because I've been doing this for years, okay? And I'm not better than you. I've just been doing it a little bit longer, okay? The people that are more successful than you, they've just been doing it for a little bit longer. They've taken more action than you. They put out more free content than you. Maybe they've bought more paid traffic than you, and they've just been with the game a little bit longer. So the thing that is going to determine your success is how long you're willing to stick this out, man. Success doesn't come overnight. An empire isn't built in a day. An empire is built every single day, okay? So let's say you're brand new, okay? So you're brand new and you want to bring in 2 a day, okay? So 2 per day. If you're hustling, you're grinding, that's very doable, you guys. 2 free trials a day, no one can say no to free, right? Unless you're just completely spamming them. You're just like posting your capture page and like Facebook group pages and stuff, and that's all you're doing. You will not bring in 2 a day if you're doing it that way, you guys. I know some people out there, like, no matter what I teach them, it does not click in their brain. They don't understand that, oh shit, I can't spam group pages to get results. Like, and I made this mistake. I did it for like 3 to 4 months. Like, I was wasting my time spamming group pages. So 2 a day, okay, so 2 a day, how many days is that gonna take you? Well, I'm not a genius with math here, but that's gonna take you about 100 days, okay? So a little over 3 months, okay? So right around 3 months, it's gonna take you that. Well, let's say you wanna bring in 2 a day, okay? So 100 days in order to hit your goal, okay? So 3 months. 3 months to make $3,000 per month, not too bad, not too shabby, right? Now, why did I tell you to give this 6 months? Because sometimes you're gonna have to deal with some bullshit. Sometimes you're gonna have to deal with some people quitting. Sometimes you're going to have to understand that when you bring in some free trials, everyone doesn't necessarily stick to a plan and some people will quit, okay? But as long as you're bringing in 2 people a day, this is how you create an income that is independent from your team's production. See, when I joined network marketing, a big issue that I had, and let me kind of adjust the camera here so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay, so when I joined network marketing, a big issue that I had was being able to get new customers, right? I struggled to sign people up, but when I did sign someone up, then I was so emotionally attached to them, like them putting in work, that I was like pushing them up a hill when they didn't even want to take the first step, okay? So I got so attached to one person when there were millions of people out there that were desperate for what I had to offer, and this one person was just kind of like obliged. They're like, okay, cool, he signed me up, maybe I even like paid for their auto shipment for them. Like my first couple people, I bought them into the business. When you buy someone into the business, you pay for their auto ship or something, they're not going to take it. They're going to take it for granted. They're not going to put in as much work. But as we started to grow a team, I could not sponsor people to save my life. So I felt like I was dependent on my team for my income. Now, what happens when your team leaves? When your team quits, if they join something else, if they drop out, if anything happens to the company, then your income goes down the shitter, right? Your income will fall apart. So in order to separate yourself from the fact of whether your team produces or not, how do you motivate your team? Well, first, you got to motivate yourself. How do you get your team to produce? Well, first, you have to produce. You can't preach. You can't stand at the back, like the boss mentality. You have to have the leader mentality, okay? If you guys have seen that picture online, I'll just put it up right here. A leader leads from the front. A leader is directing their shoulders. It's just like a string. If you try and push a string from the back, it's going to all bunch up on itself, okay? You got to pull the string from the front, and everyone else will fall in line, and they do as you do, okay? Say what people say, do what they do, you get what they get. So if you want your team to produce, then guess what you got to do? you got to bring in 2 people a day. Now, it's not that hard, you guys. If you're putting in the work, if you're putting the effort, if you're following what I teach you on my YouTube channel, and you're following what you learn, if you become a VIP member and you follow Vincent's training, even for MVP, you guys, the training in this is going to be unbelievable. But if you follow that and you stay consistent with it, man, over the next 6 months, you're going to go from 2 a day to 5 a day, and you're going to scale this to the point where it's just like you don't even have to worry about prospecting people anymore. See, like, I don't really prospect that much. I mean, I'll talk with people when they reach, because people are always reaching out to me through my YouTube videos, through my Instagram, through my Facebook, wanting to know about what I do. But I don't necessarily have to engage with people anymore, have to reach out to people, anymore, just because I have so much free content out there and I've ranked so many videos because I've fallen in love with the process, okay? Process orientation is everything. You know, Blake Griffin, his mentor, told him, he says, fall in love with the process of becoming great. So many people are so emotionally attached to the outcome. They're so emotionally attached to the $3,000 per month that they want to make that they're like, I need to make this money. I need to get it right. You know, I need to get out of my job. When you get so emotionally attached to that, then you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to get tired, man. See, the fact that I don't need anything from anyone, I don't want shit from anyone, I don't get tired. I stay motivated nonstop to work on the weekends. I stay motivated nonstop to keep pumping out videos. I stay motivated nonstop to keep putting in work in my business, whether I'm making money or not. See, I'm probably working harder now than I was in the beginning, but I'm actually working smarter too, okay? I believe you should do both, okay? In the start, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have all the information that you need, but just understand you don't need the information, okay? This training balance scale, if you've listened to Kevin Trudeau, Your Wish is Your Command, he talks about the training balance scale, how like 95 to 99% of success is the why, it's the attitude that you have, it's the mindset that you have. You know, the like 3% to 5% or 1% or even less of your success is the how. It's your radar screen, okay? You're focusing right now. The reason why you're not getting the results that you want is because you have a radar screen, okay? And your radar screen is the stuff, the how. You're just like, I need to know what to say to this person to get them to check out my presentation. I need to know what to post on my Facebook ad. I need to know exactly what to say in my YouTube video in order to get someone to sign up, okay? You're focusing on what's on the radar screen. What's going to produce you a full-time income online is what's off the radar screen. It's the 99% of success. It's the iceberg, okay? You know, you got the majority of the iceberg that's underneath the water, right? Like 95 to 99% of it, and that's the struggle that you go through. But appreciate the struggle, because the more struggle that you go through in your business when you're learning how to bring in 2 a day, it's going to give you more power to your story. See, when I was starting out, I was getting rejected by everyone. You know, my first month in my business, I probably messaged over 800 people. Want to know how many people I signed up? 2, all right? Jim Rohn says, where you lack in skill, you make up for in numbers. You want to know how you beat someone that's a professional? You want to know how you beat someone that is a pro at closing people? Let's say someone, for every 10 people they talk to, they get 3 to sign up, okay? And let's say you got to talk to, 20 people even to get 1 person. Or let's just say, for example, you get 1 person out of every 10, okay? So for every 10 person, the expert gets 3, you get 1. Well, you want to know how you beat that person? You talk to more people. That's it, all right? You talk to 100 people, guess how many you're going to get? You sign up 10. They talk to 10 people, they get 3. You just outwork them, okay? Where you lack in talent, where you lack in skill, you make up for in numbers. So approach more people, talk to more people, okay? If your goal is to create this, you guys, you can take a whole entire year to hit this, or you can take your first month, man. How many people are you going to talk to today? How many people have you talked to already? How many videos have you created already? If you're so focused on, okay, I want to make this income so I can change the world, right? Everyone wants to change the world without first changing themselves. They got this like big old grand scheme where they're just like, I'm gonna put these churches in Africa. I'm gonna retire my parents. I'm gonna do all this stuff, which is awesome, man. I respect that 100%. That's what I wanted to do in the start. But here's a problem with that, okay? Because you got this big grand scheme of changing the world, you become so focused on the bigger picture that you kind of lose track of the day-to-day routines that you need to do, and you just kind of like set something that's so grand that you're just like kind of feel like you can't attain it. You just and soon enough, 6 months goes by, a year goes by, you're not really that much closer to retiring your parents, and you're just like, shit, man, this doesn't work, and then that's where you quit. So fall in love with the process, man. Fall in love with the day-to-day little monotonous things that you got to do. You got to wake up, you got to do some personal development, you got to listen to some audios, you got to create a video, you got to put out an Instagram picture, you got to reach out to, 20 people, you got to grind, you got to hustle, man. When you get off work, what are you doing with your time? Are you going out to the bars? Are you getting drunk and complaining that your business isn't growing while you're just sitting there? The next day you wake up with a hangover, you're like, I haven't signed up anyone, man, this doesn't work. Or are you hustling, son? Are you putting in the work? Are you putting the effort? Someone that I suggest you listen to get your hustle on is Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, that guy motivates me to put in the work. I actually just listened to him before making this video, and that's what inspired me to put out this video for you, all right? So my call to action for you is to write down your goals, set out how much money you want to make, decide what that income is going to do for you and what that's going to give you that you don't have now, so it's deeper than the money. Develop your why and know your numbers. So if you write out your numbers, you guys, this will kind of help give you a guide, and then take all out massive action, man. Fall forward quickly, get out there, make it happen, you guys. Let's get shit done. I want to help you get the results that you're after, okay? With that being said, go ahead, comment below, letting me know that you watched this video. Let me know that you're ready to take action. And for the new people that you bring in, share this video with them so this can inspire them and motivate them to be able to hit the goals that they're after, all right, you guys? But I will see you on the next video, and also see you on the beaches of the world, my friend. Peace.
Now go to work, bitch.